Welcome into my kitchen. Today we are cooking, and we are cooking a extravaganza. I don't even know why I told myself that I wanted to do this, because it's a lot. Not really, but it is, because I wanted to do the full shebang. World Cup has started. Yes, the World Cup. Soccer is in full swing. And we need nice bites. We need to eat while we watch the game, right? Maybe you are having parties at home, watch parties, game night. I don't know if you are into the World Cups, but I know a lot of husbands are, a lot of sons are, boyfriends, fathers, but also females. Some females are into soccer, so we have to cook something real nice so that we can enjoy, have fun. So I prepared this meal, this course. And it started out as I want some snacks to bite on, some chicken wings, some lovely lady wings, lovely chicken satay. And I was like, these are lovely snacks, but I know my husband, he gonna be like, just snacks? No, I want some rice with that. So I was like, maybe, I had to think ahead, and I was like, he's right. I could do some fried rice with that. Then you have, all of a sudden, you have a full meal. You have the lady wings, you've got the chicken satay, you have the fried rice, you've got the spring rolls or egg rolls, and you have the bakabana, or let's say plantain in a tempura batter. This way you have a full meal. You got the sweet, you got the savory, you gonna be full. It's easy to prepare. It really is easy to prepare because you can prepare it ahead of time. With the fried rice, you can use old rice, because I don't throw away leftover rice. You can put it in the freezer, take it out if you want to prepare it, or you can cook your rice a day before. That's what I did today. I prepared my rice a day before, and today I just have to put the spices and the marinade on it, just fry it up. It will be maybe less than 15 minutes from start to finish. You can add whatever you want and whatever you have at home. I will use corn, red peppers, some celery, but you can add peas, onions, whatever you like to fill up. You can put in eggs. Some people use prawns. That's the lovely thing about fried rice. You can make it vegan, you can make it vegetarian. That's why I'm like, this is the best meal when you have people over that have different dietary preferences, because the ones that don't eat meat can take the bakabana. You can make egg rolls or spring rolls without chicken. You can use tofu. So there are different options for everybody, and that's why this is perfect for such a day as a World Cup match day. Also, the egg rolls you can make way ahead of time. Put them in the freezer. The chicken you can make ahead of time. I made these lady wings a few weeks ago, but the batch was too big, so I cut it in half and put the other batch into the freezer. And one day I was like, I don't feel like cooking today. Oh, I got some lady wings in the freezer. Got them out of the freezer, popped them in the oven, and I had a perfect dinner, paired it with, I think, noodles. It was perfect. So that is what we are doing today. I prepped a lot of things already. Like I said, I've got my rice here. I laid it in a flat dish because you want it to cool off and you don't want it to pile in a big pot because the top will be cold, but the bottom will still be hot. So what I do is make sure you toss it around every 15 minutes so that the bottom also cools off. So the bottom comes to the top and the top goes back into the bottom, and that's how you rotate until everything gets cool. I also prepped the chicken already. Very easy. It's the same marinade from my Smakke Lekker Sumter Smakke Lekker chicken. It's the same marinade, but this time I use it on my lady wings instead of on a s'more chicken. The chicken satay basically is almost the same marinade as the Sumter Smakke Lekker, but instead I used black soy. It has black soy, it has sweet ketchup, it has grated onions, grated garlic, grated ginger, 5-spice, Bajia green seasoning or complete seasoning. I think it's Zayzoon. I will put everything on Substack. So if you want to follow along, make sure you go onto Substack. I will write everything down for you so that you can make the chicken satay, you can make the lady wings, the fried rice, the egg rolls, the bakabana. Everything will be on my Substack. So for now, what I didn't prepare yet is my spring rolls. So I'm gonna cut the vegetables and start frying the vegetables or baking the vegetables, season them up, let it cool down so that they can go into the wrappers later on. I'm gonna make my own wrappers because these are Surinamese spring rolls. Everything that I've got here today is Surinamese because I am Surinamese, or at least my mother is Surinamese, and that is just my favorite food in this world. Surinamese food is the best. It's the best. No arguments. It's a hidden gem. No, not a lot of people know about it, but it's so good. It's so, I would say everybody will like it. The spices are not too bright, meaning that you wouldn't like it because it tastes different. They're very friendly spices and it's not over spiced. It's very natural. You can taste the flavors of the vegetables and everything. The chicken is so good. I love Surinamese cooking. To me, that's the best on earth. No debate for me. But it's also a hidden gem, so that not a lot of people know about Surinamese food, but it's good. So yes, it's been a while that I took you around in the kitchen, but today we're gonna lay it down because soccer is on. So I don't know which team you are for, but let me know in the comments. Of course, we have to root for the Netherlands because that's where I live. And there are a lot of Surinamese people or men playing for the Dutch national team. So it's like home team to us. So I cannot wait. Of course, Brazil. Hello, South America. I mean, Suriname is in South America and we really feel connected to Brazil. So almost every Surinamese person I know in the Netherlands is always rooting for Brazil. So we are rooting for the Netherlands. We're rooting for Brazil. To be honest, I'm not that involved. So I don't even know if Ghana is playing. But if Ghana is playing, of course, I have to root for Ghana. I have to represent my father because he is Ghanaian. So I got a lot of teams to watch. And there are also other teams that I like. Mbappe from France. I mean, come on. We have Morocco is doing a great job. Last World Cup, they kicked some real behinds. And they were really the surprise of the whole tournament. So Can't wait. They are playing on Saturday. The Netherlands are playing on Sunday. Who else? Germany is always strong, what I've remembered from the past. Germany is always a team that you really have to watch out for. Of course, you have Spain. Come on, Spain. And which one is also a favorite of people? Last time Argentina won with Messi, and I don't think Messi is playing this year. And Portugal with Ronaldo. I don't know if he is playing, but I don't know. There are so many good teams. You got, of course, England. Germany is always strong. You have Italy. There are so many great teams. So I'm rooting for all of y'all, and may the best man win. But I will be focused on the cooking part, because that is my department, because they are having fun watching the game, and I'll be having fun cooking while they are watching the game, and see them enjoy the things that I'm making. So let's kick off this cooking extravaganza with the spring rolls, and I will take you along for all the other recipes, and we gonna get this done. We are going to get this done. So let's go. So we will be using, is it string beans? String beans, and we have to cut these string beans into, yeah, what can I say? Small pieces. You will see. Pieces. Take off the ends because they are a bit tough, and then you start cutting. And this is I think the hardest part of it all, to cut all these things. But if you're a bit handy and you are experienced, then it will be no problem. I wash these with baking soda because you want to wash your vegetables. So, finished cutting. Oh, there was a big piece in here that didn't go through. Well, I finished this up. Now I'm gonna head over to the cabbage, because there's also cabbage in this recipe. Regular schmegular cabbage, a fourth. So that's all you're gonna have to need. And I'm gonna keep the cabbage for upcoming week, because I bought tilapia. So we're gonna eat fried fish with cabbage, rice. You know, my favorite recipe. Just cut this real small. I think this is enough. This is more than enough, because I made the mistake years ago to put too much cabbage, and it really destroyed the flavor. So I think this is enough, because it doesn't need to overpower. I want to show you something, so I'm gonna take you with me. I've been cooking my stock for hours now. Let me show you, because the chicken, there's a chicken thigh in it, and that we have to use for the egg, for the spring rolls. And let me show you what's been cooking here. And it boiled over because I had a little bit too much, but let me zoom you in. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Do you see this chicken? This is the one I need. Oh, it's so tender. Ooh, it's going to break, but that's okay, because this will be, wow, so I think I'm gonna need another utensil. Let me get, wow, it's so soft. But that's great because the chicken is gonna be, how do you call that? But there's all kinds of things. I've got onions in here, I've got carrot, I've got celery sticks. I asked my butcher for his chicken leftovers.
Hier.
Chicken cuts. Je hebt het zeker gegeten.
Nee.
So I got that here. Niet aan zitten, niet aan zitten. Ga je kleren aantrekken? Wat kom je doen?
Ik heb maar een beetje voor tante gegeten, omdat ze spuugt het elke keer uit.
Okay. I have, so the chicken cuts, I got some garlic. I've got some Madame Jeanette, more for the, how do you call it? For the flavor. I've got a leftover bell pepper. I got some garlic. I already said garlic. And I have, I don't know where it's at. I don't know, I have some smoked chicken skin. So it has all the good things in here, and it smells so good. So good. So I'm just gonna keep this over here. It's not necessarily that I have to use this for today, but it was handy because I needed that chicken thigh and I wanted to have maximum flavor. But more so I use it for maybe a soup or something that I have to make during the week. For today I don't really use it. I might use it in my ketchup sambal, some spicy, how do you call it, spice, some spice for the chicken satay. Sorry. Now I'm going to, how do you call that in you? You see, when I don't speak English every day, my English just goes south. Because, of course, I live in the Netherlands. I speak Dutch all day. But if I don't speak English, I just forget how to speak English. I forget the words. And I forgot how this is called. But you will see. It's okay. You will see what I mean. So we have our chicken here. We are not going to throw stuff away because whatever is left over we can use for a neck stock. So I'm just gonna, the things I don't use or don't need, puts that to one side, and the things we need, we're gonna push them to the other side. Ooh, it's so hot. This is the skin. We are not going to use that. I don't need the bones. I just need the meat. Ooh, so hot. Ooh. So what do you normally do on game day or when you have celebrations like this? Do you cook? What do you cook? Do you cook traditional food or do you do takeout? What is it that you and your family do? We are not match game people. My husband doesn't watch soccer. But, you know, sometimes it's nice just to have these gatherings. It's not like he's opposed to soccer, but I mean, ever since I'm with him, he never watched a soccer game. But if I would put on soccer, he would watch. He would. And this chicken already has a lot of flavor because it was in the broth or in the stock. I don't even know which one is what. But it has a lot of flavor. And that's what you want. Flavor. Layers of flavor. But somebody would say, but if I don't have stock, how would I prepare this? Well, wash your chicken, of course. After you washed it, just cut an onion. Put some salt if you want to. I didn't put salt in this one, but you can flavor it with, just make a mini stock. It might not go on the stove for hours, but maybe 30 minutes. Just cook it so that it's not raw, because for this recipe doesn't call for raw chicken. Oh, pulled. It's pulled chicken. I told you it's gonna come to me because it calls for pulled chicken. So if you have your own way to make pulled chicken, then do that. This is how I do it. And yeah, I had to make stock, so it turned out perfectly. But if I wouldn't have stock, use the stock you have maybe in your freezer. You can use that one to cook this in. But don't cook it in water. Or at least if you cook it in water, make sure you add flavors to the water. We've pulled the chicken.
Aye, aye.
One of the ingredients are these sprouts. Yes. Make sure when you buy them, store them in a container. Wow. Store them in a container where you can add water to it so that they will stay fresh. I forgot, to be honest, but they are reasonably okay because these things just go brown and sour real quick. So these are the 4 main ingredients. So you have the chicken, the kousenband, the sprouts, and the cabbage. I will add some onions, garlic. I still have some fresh grated ginger from yesterday, so I'm gonna add that as well to make sure the flavors are infused. And then let's go over to the stove. So this is how it looks. It's still green, still has a bite and a crunch. Let me stop eating. I'm just gonna let this cool off because otherwise the wrapper will tear. So let it cool off. So that's why I said this is so easy, because you can prepare this way ahead of time. You can prepare this easily the day before, let it cool, store it in the fridge, and take it out when you're ready to wrap it in the wrapper. I waited till today because I was too busy yesterday, but that is the easiest thing to do. Prepare it the day ahead, store it in the fridge, and then you only have to focus on the wrappers today. But nonetheless, I'm gonna let this cool off for maybe an hour or two, because I have other stuff to do, and then come back, wrap it, fry it, and then we have the perfect Surinamese spring roll. So it wasn't that hard, right? It wasn't hard. It was just more cutting and prepping, but it's very easy and it tastes so good. It's healthy, and yeah. So I will see you back for the next dish. So now we'll be making the wrappers for the spring roll, lumpia, however you want to call it. We call it lumpia, but I know some people call it egg rolls, some people call it spring rolls. So we're gonna make the wrapping. The flour, salt, 2 large eggs, and some regular water. It's gonna be like 400 milliliters. Add some baking powder. Had a quick cleanup because it was crazy. So we still have to make the fried rice. I'm gonna take my chicken out now out of the fridge with the chicken satay, let it come to room temperature. Meanwhile, I'm gonna move on with the bacabana, the fried tempura batter plantain. so that the chicken can come onto room temperature. Then we're gonna put the wings into the oven, do the fried chicken, do the chicken satay, and everything's gonna come together. So let's move on. I have 3 ripe plantains. You don't need 3, you need whatever you want to use. They are from the fridge because I want them to be a bit hard, not soft, so that I can cut them. You can use a mandolin. I'm not going to, but you can. Just make sure your bananas are firm. So put them in the fridge. Could even put them for a bit in the freezer. You can leave them whole, but I'm gonna cut them in half and then make slices. It's quite simple. I'm using 2 eggs, salt. I have some regular all-purpose flour, spring water, and a little bit of sugar so it will caramelize nicely. Finished the bacamana and it really didn't take more than 15 minutes. So that means you can make this during half time. Look at this. Looks so scrumptious. So you can make this during halftime and everybody can snack on them for the second half of the game. It's something sweet, but at the same time it's also savory because you eat it with some hot peanut sauce. Some people don't like it with peanut sauce. My mother is not someone that eats it with peanut sauce, but I love it. So good. I cannot believe that I used to pay for this stuff. I would always go to Amsterdam and they had these, you know, Surinamese, they call a restaurant, they call it Eethuis. Oh, I used to pay, I think, $1.50 for one. When you can make it so easily, and it will cost you maybe for all the ingredients €5, and then you can make endless. I have more batter left, so I can make the third plantain if I want to, but I think for us this is good for now. But I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make my peanut sauce. Cannot believe that I used to pay for this stuff. Cannot believe it. It was so easy. So easy. Easy breezy lemon squeezy. This is what I mean by peanut sauce. It's not peanut butter. It's peanut sauce. It's ground peanuts with tamarind, sugar, salt, oil, cancur, garlic, pepper, and sometimes they even put shrimp in it. Shrimps. This one doesn't have the shrimps, but it's good. good, good. The cooking extravaganza is still going strong. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these skewers. This one is a fan favorite. This one is a fan favorite. I always make this for Christmas dinner for the girls at school, and it's been 2 years now, and every year, no, it's 3 years, every year everything is gone. These are my lady wings, and I want to put these in the oven right now. My lady wings, it's time to put them into the oven. So these are the wings, beautiful wings, beautiful, beautiful wings. So let's pop this in each side. Let's start off with 15 minutes. 15 minutes per side. Been a labor of love, and I'm still not finished yet, but I wanted to show you the chicken, my lady wings. Yes, they are finished. Also, the egg rolls or the spring rolls, however you want to call it, those are here. I have the bakabana or the fried plantain with tempura batter, and look what has the chicken satay, and I still have left. So the ones I have left, I'm gonna freeze. So at any time we feel like eating those, we can take them out the fridge or out the freezer and fry them. So for the last and final step is the fried rice. It's a lot of food. It's a party, y'all. You will surprise your guest when you come up with it. They'll be like, wow, you did this all for us? Yes. So let's watch the game. So let's finish up the fried rice. It's very quick and very easy. I only have to cut some bell peppers, some onions, and that's it. Then let's go. Proud of myself because your girl got it done. I deserve a drink, no liquor, but a nice drink. There is no Surinamese party without Fernandez. So I'm gonna give myself a nice cold Fernandez because your girl worked really hard. But isn't that the greatest, that you work so hard and then you see the people you cooked for enjoy everything you made? And also, I sleep so much better. I sleep so much better knowing that I did do everything and anything to maximize my day. So cheers. So good. I'm gonna fix my mother a plate, and my mother is a huge soccer fan. She'd probably be checking out France, of course Brazil, the Netherlands. Whom else does she like? And then those are her favorites. Maybe. Ooh. And I do have a bakabana. So I'm gonna put 2 for her around here. I know she's not a huge fan of bacabana with peanut sauce. But still, I'm gonna put some for her. Some ketchup over this. And this is her plate. You know, I'm gonna stack my, oh, I almost forgot. No, you can't forget about that. You need to put some cucumbers and some tomato. So I'm gonna do that real quick. How can you forget about? Ooh. So this is a delicious plate for Grandma. She's gonna enjoy herself. So as you could tell, it was an extravaganza. It was amazing and the food was so good. It was, my husband was like, you outdid yourself. I don't know how you did it. He was so surprised. He said, I don't know how you did it. I don't know, but you really outdid yourself. He was so amazed. He was talking about, I cannot believe how you evolved from the woman I met over 10 years ago to who you are now. He's like, I cannot believe who you are becoming. Can you even believe that you are this person today? I'm like, yeah, I always loved cooking. I never cooked like this before, but I always loved cooking. But he was like, I'm just amazed how time just passed and you become this amazing woman who is great in the kitchen and can really cook. So that was an amazing compliment. He was like, sometimes you just don't know who you are, or you don't even know where you are going to be in life if you think back. Because he was talking about some celebrities were like, yeah, I knew I would be this famous and I knew this would happen. He's like, no, you don't. You don't know. You just don't know where you will end up. So it was a great compliment from him. He was like, this is amazing. He said the satay didn't need the sauce. And he is a sauce guy. He puts sauce. If there's a sauce for something, he will put it. But he was like, no, the sauce was not necessary. He said it was perfectly balanced with the fried rice, the chicken wing, the lady wings, the chicken satay. He was like, everything was perfectly balanced. So I'm happy with that. And I had so much fun. This is my favorite video of all time. And I've made a lot of videos in the past. Most of them I've deleted, but I did a lot of videos. I had the most fun cooking. It was challenging. I really had to stretch myself, but I had the most fun. And when I look at the footage and the edits, I'm like, wow, I really had fun. I'm really in my element. So I hope you had fun cooking with me, and I hope that you will create this extravaganza for your family, friends, and loved ones, because they will love it. And watching the game and snacking, who doesn't like that? So unfortunately, nobody won. No team won. There were both ties. Brazil tied with Morocco and Netherlands tied with Japan. So nonetheless, Ghana's coming up on Thursday. So I don't know what I'm going to do for that. But I'm happy that I can leave you with something delicious and fun. Also, let me come closer. I've got a name. I've got a name for our club, but I'm not going to share it yet because I don't want to put it out there and somebody else taking it. So this time I want to be smart and trademark the name. I also have an old friend of mine. She's not an old friend, but somebody we've been let me just say, she is a friend of mine. She and I went to university together. She finished, I dropped out. And I asked her, would you like to come work for me or work with me, building this club, building this brand, building this platform? And she said yes. So she is going to help me behind the scenes with everything I need help with. So I'm so grateful for that. It's just like a blessing that fell out of the sky. And she is going to help me, so I will ask her to go trademark the name. I'm also looking for somebody to make the logo, because everybody be talking about AI, AI, AI. AI doesn't do what I want AI to do. So I'm already done with AI. I'm just gonna look for a professional graphic designer that can create our logo for the club. And once everything is finished, I will share the name with all of you, all of our members. So I'm so grateful. So if you love this video, this platform, this club of us traditional wives coming together, us housewives, stay-at-home moms, however you want to call it, and just talk to one another every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Dutch time, please give me something money can't buy, because you know the best things in life are free. You know that, right? The best things in life are free. So give me something that money cannot buy, and that's a like and a subscribe, and of course share. If you have a fellow traditional wife, your friend, or you know somebody who would like everything we talk about in this club, share and tell them to subscribe and make the club bigger. And let me know what kind of suggestions you have, themes that you want me to talk about, things that you want me to do. If you want me to cook more or bake more or do more makeup, or talk relationships, talk mom life, talk feminine hygiene, I don't know. Let's just talk and let's just be together and spend that hour with one another before we head back to our lives, our husbands, our children, cleaning everything that we need to do. But this is just a little safe place for us where we can talk, get away, socialize, drink a nice cup of tea, our afternoon tea with some cookies or other sweet treats. I just enjoy myself while within this club. I really do enjoy myself, and I cannot wait where this club is going to take us. And I'm so excited for the future and the name. I think you will love the name. I think you will love the setup. And yeah, I don't have a lot to share. What else? Just be here on Thursday. And I don't know what we are going to do on Thursday yet. I got my one of my birthday presents from my friend who I was talking about, and she gave me money, but I bought Martha Stewart Entertaining and the Garden book, her last book. So maybe we can talk about that and see what's inside the book, what drove me to buy the book, and maybe we will do that, a little book club. Maybe you have the book as well. So let's see. I want to bake some cookies also on Thursday, so I'm gonna do my best to do that, to have some afternoon tea with some nice traditional Surinamese cookies, which are the most popular cookies. But I want to buy a cookie cutting machine, so that's why I didn't make it yet. Maybe I should order it now, then it will be here tomorrow. Hopefully it will be on time. But nonetheless, I'm gonna leave you. Enjoy. Make sure not to forget, All the recipes will be on Substack. I am Lady Debi on Substack. All the recipes will be on there. Also the one, the Hyalu I made a few weeks ago, I will post it on there, but that will be a private. Only club members can get that recipe because you guys deserve it. So make sure you check out my Substack. More recipes I will be posting on there. I'm also busy with a newsletter, a monthly newsletter where I will share everything we did in the club, all the recipes, links for the recipes, maybe even products that you need to use, or things that I think that will be great using when you're cooking certain dishes. I'm setting it up with my friend, so I'm gonna let her help me figure it out. But for now I have to go because it's almost 11 and I have other stuff to do. I love you ladies, and I will see you on Thursday.